News.
By Emily Jacobs.
Progressive darling Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said she was absolutely supporting presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden, arguing that the stakes are too high when it comes to another 4 years of Trump.
Speaking during a Wednesday morning appearance on The View, Ocasio-Cortez, DNY, made the remark when asked whether she would follow in the footsteps of Senator Bernie Sanders, IVT, and endorse the former vice president, especially given Democrats' overall goal to remove President Trump from office.
My community especially has been so impacted by the Trump administration, AOC said of her feelings on the general election choices.
For a lot of communities, this is an issue of life or death. We've had kids in cages, we've had a pandemic response that happened way too late, that has cost us lives, we have people that don't have access to critical care that they need. I think it's really important that we rally behind our Democratic nominee in November, she continued.
AOC, who endorsed Sanders last fall, went on to speak out against voters going with a third-party candidate if Biden isn't their ideal pick.
I think what's really important is that we do realize that, at the end of the day, one of these two candidates are going to be elected President of the United States. It's either going to be Joe Biden or it's going to be Donald Trump, the Democratic Socialist told the show co-hosts.
I think it's important to communicate some empathy. I know for a lot of people this was not the outcome that they may have wanted, and this was not the choice that they wanted to make. But ultimately, when it comes to those two, I don't think it's particularly close in terms of what communities will be made more vulnerable, she continued.
While the New York Democrat has long been a critic of the moderate former vice president, once saying that the two would be in different political parties if they were in another country, she softened her tone slightly as Biden began to run away with the nomination.
The political lightning rod said earlier this week that the progressive and moderate wings of the Democratic Party working to unify around Biden should be uncomfortable.
The whole process of coming together should be uncomfortable for everyone involved, that's how you know it's working. And if Biden is only doing things he's comfortable with, then it's not enough, she told the New York Times Monday.
There's this talk about unity as this kind of vague, kumbaya, kind of term. Unity and unifying isn't a feeling, it's a process. And what I hope does not happen in this process is that everyone just tries to shoo it along and brush real policies, that mean the difference of life and death or affording your insulin and not affording your insulin, just brush that under the rug as an aesthetic difference of style.